Hi, I'm Dot Bekker and I am the Dot Effect. Welcome to the second part of the business workout. In this section we're going to be talking about business and your business. Building your own business can be the most scary and the most exciting thing to do. In the last session I told you how I'm passionate about entrepreneurship, and in this session we're going to talk a little bit more about specifically your business. Remember that these are only some of the many points that I go through with my clients, but hopefully they'll give you a better idea. So first of all, I like to confirm a name and I like to confirm a strapline. It's surprising how often straplines really don't truly reflect. And a strapline, I mean a tagline, a subtext, there are many different names for it, but for me, for instance, the Dot Effect, your success is my business, is a tagline that, or a strapline that I use very often. So getting a strapline that truly reflects your business, and the purpose of a strapline is really just to give people a little bit more information about what you do. So in those few words, and it shouldn't be more than about 5 words, 6 words, you need to convey more about your business. So reevaluate your name and your strapline. Often business names, sometimes I have clients who have outgrown their business name and it needs to be something different. So good place, good time, reassess regularly. Obviously changing a brand name or a business name can be an expensive exercise. Then I want you to look at the purpose of the business. Now, we spoke before about your passion and your values. I'd like you to look at, and again, write these down so that you can refer back to them a little bit later. What is the purpose of the business? What does it do? What is it about? Why does it exist? Surprisingly, a lot of people haven't really thought about these things. So getting a bit clear, and if you understand your purpose, it's easier then to tell other people what your purpose is. If you find it difficult to explain or outline your purpose, chances are other people are going to find it really difficult to understand what your business purpose is. The business workout does not at any time replace a financial business plan. And there are times when you obviously need a financial business plan, and I always highly recommend that you always do one at the beginning, but you regularly reassess your financial business plan. If you're not doing this, it's probably one of the reasons why you're struggling. Assessing your financial plan, though, is important because it makes you look at things in a practical way. The business workout is a way of looking at things generically and generally, but if you're going to go and raise funds, you absolutely must have a business plan. If you're not raising funds, I still highly recommend a business plan, simply because it will highlight areas where you perhaps haven't thought of, where expenses and money may flow in or out of your business. Products and services. These are interchangeable. Some businesses only have products, some businesses only have services, some businesses have both. Clearly defining and listing out, once again, get that piece of paper and clearly define what are your products, what are your services, what are the benefits of your product services to your clients. Why would they want to buy these from you? When I go into much more depth with my clients with these, I will also talk about USPs, unique selling points. What are the unique selling points? Why would I buy this from you? Is it because of something unique that it offers, or is it perhaps price? And you'll see that the next point that I have here is about price. Price is obviously important. Some businesses are highly price sensitive, and other businesses can charge whatever they like. Understanding, in the next session we'll talk a little bit more about customers, but understanding your customer and talking back on that and finding out what your price point should be is important. And underneath price point, I've actually put value proposition and guarantees. These really match together for me. And a value proposition is something that a lot of people haven't thought about. Once again, it is, what is the value that your client, your customer, is getting for the price that they're spending? And expressing that value proposition in a way that expresses your product and service to demonstrate the value that you are offering. I have found that in most instances, people do not make buying decisions when they cannot perceive the value that they're getting. If they perceive the value that they're getting and it meets their needs and expectations, they're probably going to pay the price, whatever that is. However, when they're not making those buying decisions, it's usually around price, and it's usually around the fact that they can't understand what they're getting for their money. So working out your value proposition, what value you need to demonstrate to your client to make them pay the price that you've set out, is an important thing to do. And guarantees are a way of, do you offer a guarantee? What kind of guarantee is it? Is it maybe a price guarantee, a time guarantee, maybe just a statement? These are all very important factors, because your client will want to be assured. It is much easier for a client to make a buying decision when they understand the value that they're being offered and they're being offered some sort of guarantee. The comfort around a guarantee is usually going to help push them over the edge to make that buying decision. When we move on from that, we're going to look at media. Media is a big one, of course. There's online media, there's offline media. There are lots of options and alternatives. I'm not particularly fond of only ever focusing on one type of media. So today's trend tends to be online media only, and that's great. But I think that you do need to network your business, and that means that's a thing that you do offline. You know, having a business card. A lot of people say, I don't use business cards, but I tell you what, I have. If I see somebody in a strange place, or I don't have any other way of getting to know them, I always give them my business card, always introduce myself, and they have a way then to find me, because not everybody remembers. If your business name is difficult to remember, they may not remember how to get to you. I've had that happen to me, and looked and hunted and searched for people that I couldn't find, because usually they didn't have a business card with them, or they just didn't believe in business cards. So I do believe that a business card still has a place to play. And when I talk about online media, it's about obviously your website, your social media, maybe channels that, if you've got a product, maybe you're using something like Etsy, or you're using eBay or Amazon. All of these types of channels are online channels. And then, of course, your social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Which of these are you using? Again, get your pen and paper, list out all the channels that you're using, and perhaps list out the ones that you would like to use that you haven't yet gotten around to using. Offline media is about the business cards. Maybe you need leaflets. If you've got a shop, people like to take a card with them to find you again, or to find your online shop. Obviously, all your offline media also needs your online information. Offline media is also magazine or print promotions, etc. These, of course, are costly and need to be evaluated for the return that they will bring you. But a good mix of online and offline. Often networking is, for me, I'm a blaze, as I said to you before. I leverage through people. So for me, offline networking is another way that I manage to leverage my business. One of the things that I do discourage, though, is a lot of people, especially in the online media field, will say, I need to be on all these channels, and I need to be on all these social media channels. I have a very simple philosophy. Sometimes less is more. I would far rather see my clients working on 1 or 2 social media channels, even 1 social media channel that they were doing regularly, rather than being overwhelmed by feeling that they needed to post on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Dig, Reddit, etc., etc., etc. Do a few, do them really well, and of course, they need to meet your customers' expectations. This is a really important factor, and we'll talk a little bit more in the next session about, of course, the customer. But I hope these few little points, again, each of these sections has about 30 triggers that I work through with my clients, and some of them are more relevant and some are less relevant depending on the client and their business. I hope, however, that you've had a bit of a chance to just think about your business, think about different aspects of your business, and of course your media and marketing for your business. So I hope you'll join me for the next section where we'll talk about clients, and I thank you for joining me. This is Dot Bekker with The Business Workout. Join me next time. Thank you very much.